How We Make Movies is recorded in front of a live audience in Los Angeles and is hosted by WeMakeMovies.org. Hello and welcome back to another edition of How We Make Movies. I'm your host, Amanda Lippert. Tonight we'll be talking with the founders of Little Dog Productions to discuss the recent success in producing and selling their full-length indie feature, Wages of Sin. Please welcome our writers and producers, Sam Ingraffia and Doug Burch. So let me start by saying congratulations on your recent success.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I'd like to take credit for all of it. I did it.
I'm sure you both had your little piece of the pie.
Not at all.
It was all you?
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed a lot of young independent filmmakers try to do everything themselves. They want to produce it, they want to write it, they want to direct it, they want to star in it. Yeah. How important is it, do you think, to really throw that net out and get as many people involved as possible?
I think the biggest mistake you can make, and we know this because we've done this, we made the mistake, is you try to wear too many hats, and there's somebody sitting over here who's much better at running a camera than I am. So why would I be pretentious enough to say, why don't I run the camera today? That's
in fact, years ago, I had a theater manager that I worked with, and I was doing technical director, and he had said, I always came in, he was always reading the New York Times, and I said, Chief, what is this? We always come in, and he said, I hire people that are smarter than me and better than me, so I don't have to worry. And we kind of took that philosophy, saying, you know what, hire someone that knows what they're doing.
I think Henry Ford said the same thing.
And it's the secret of success, and also makes the set much easier to deal with, because if he's directing and I'm producing, I don't want to have to go out and do all the little things that the lighting guy's supposed to be doing, because we're paying him to do the lighting things. Why would I go over and, if something looks horrendous, I'm going to say something or he's going to get fired. But if he's a competent lighting man, fine, go do the lights, have a good time, eat some donuts, and then...
You guys started as actors, met through your kids, had a series on public access, did a web series, you got funded on a film, lost the funding, ended up making another film that you got funding on. That was your first feature that you did together. What happened between the first feature and this feature?
We were actually flying back from that feature and thinking, okay, we want to do a smaller feature that we can actually have a little more control of, because we were producers on that and the writers, but we really couldn't help out like we wanted to. And
you wanted it to be yours.
Yeah, as much as anything, we wanted to. We felt like we could help more. And then there were
the film in Virginia was a really ambitious project, and sometimes when you have ambitious projects, not everything goes real smoothly. I went to a workshop, and this is a great tip for anybody listening or in here. I went to a workshop with this woman who's a development person, and what she suggested is you make 3 lists. You make a list of all the elements that you own, you make a list of all the elements that you can borrow, and you make a list of all the elements that you can buy.
That's really good advice.
So if you have, I have an SUV, so we put that in the list. Doug has a motorcycle, so we put that in the list. Doug has woodworking tools.
Want to see them?
You could, no, we don't. We don't want to see your woodworking tools. So you put that in the list.
For another day.
Yeah, I'm not here.
It's on the HBO now.
And then you go to the second list, which is elements that we met a guy that has a '64 Ford Falcon. So that was like, okay, for $100 we could have an exterior of a '64 Ford Falcon, which would really lend itself to Wages of Sin. So then we went to the third list, which is, okay, things you could rent. And then we wrote the script, and we didn't even look at the list, and we wrote our script, and then we went back to the list and said, okay, what can we pull out of this and drop into the movie? And we probably saved ourselves $15,000 or $20,000 before we even started.
Wow.
Yeah, because we knew we couldn't come up with the money. We thought, okay, getting investors and all, we can't say, oh yes, it's only going to cost $400,000. And they're going to say, excuse me?
Yeah.
It's like it's a small. So let's be realistic in the scale. Let's still do a feature, but let's do it so that it's character driven. But then you go, okay, this is something I want to watch, and you've got. And if you're lucky enough, you get the talent that's really good that can actually carry that through.
Speaking of being able to cut costs and save money, how much did it cost, and how were you guys able to fund this project?
The movie
A little under 100,000.
A little under 100,000. And I think the secret of raising money is talk to everybody you can possibly think.
All your kids, friends, parents?
Also people that may be interested in the same kind of movie.
Right.
You know, we're working on one now that's a sci-fi noir, tech noir they call it now. And it's one of those that we know people that love sci-fi and have money and are interested in that kind of movie. So those are the people we're going to. This is a character-driven piece, Wages of Sin. So we knew people that would like small, independent movies would be interested in something like that. We also shot a trailer.
Yeah, before you go out to ask for money, you need to have a business plan.
Right.
You need to have a poster. You need to either have a trailer, which doesn't have to be $1 million. You can shoot it with a Canon camera. You can shoot it with a couple of lights, just to give a feel for it. Or if you don't even want to do that, hire some kid who's at art school to do storyboards for you. Do 150, 200 storyboards that look really cool. Go online and get clips from movies that have a feel like your movie, and don't lie. Don't say, that's my movie, I shot those. Say basically, no, this is from this movie, but look at this shot in the alley. This is what we want this storyboard will look like this.
Right.
And most people that you hit up for money don't even read the script.
No.
Wow.
They want to be in movies. They don't know how they're going to get into the movies. And
we actually had one investor say, you know, I lose that much money in Vegas. It sounds like an interesting pitch. I swear to God. And we're both going, oh, okay. And he goes, okay, now who do I make this check out to? And Sam and I are sitting across the table here and we're going,
We were halfway. We literally took the guy out to lunch. We were halfway through the lunch and he said, well, how about I write you a check for 10 grand right now?
And this was literally just people that you were meeting and knew, and you just knocked on everyone's door.
We didn't know him.
We didn't know him.
He was a friend of a friend. But we had a good spiel. We had a good pitch. We had all our stuff in line. And he liked the idea. He thought it was a cool kind of thing. And like he said, he works, he makes a fair amount of money. And he said, I lose that much in Atlantic City or Las Vegas in a weekend, so at least I got a chance to get my money back.
That's amazing. Final words in 2 sentences or less. What advice would you give to filmmakers who are just starting?
Oh gosh, make films. That's the best advice.
Just do it.
Don't be afraid to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough people that are going to tell you no everywhere. Don't listen to them. Find all those people that will say yes.
Everybody, it doesn't make a difference if it's New York, LA, Chicago, whatever city you live in. Everybody who's in the film business or in theater wants to get to the next level. So you basically have to say to them, okay, how can we help each other get to the next level? You've been doing guest starring roles on television, but you want to do feature films. I say to you, I can't pay you as much as you would like to get, but I can give you a starring role in a feature film. And you'll get cast people to do that. Make a movie. That's what you do. Make shorts, make longer shorts, make features.
Thank you so much, guys.